have their roots in paganism. That's okay. I understand what they mean when they say that. But I did a little bit of research on an article that I found published by a church organization, WCG.org, and they claim that some word, the word Easter has pagan origins, and there was a monk that popularized this view, and I even heard that the word Easter is related to the Canaanite goddess Asherah, who was also called in the Babylonian Ishtar. I understand that they sound a little bit alike, but our rendering of the word in the English language comes from the German word Oster, which means the dawning in the east. So hence we have the term Easter, meaning since the sun goes up in the east, we celebrate because at the rising of the sun, S-U-N, the S-O-N got up. Okay. But see, if we get to tripping off of this, do y'all realize there's so much that we use in our everyday language that if we tripped off of it, that it's really associated with paganism? Did you know that the word cereal, you know, I'm talking about cornflakes and Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes and Rice Krispies and all that kind of stuff. Did you know that the word cereal comes from the ancient word Ceres, which is an ancient goddess of agriculture, the goddess of the grain? Did y'all know that? What about the word cloth? You know, cotton and polyester and silk and linen. Did you know the word cloth comes from the word Clotho, which was the goddess who spun the thread? Did you even know that the word hymn for our church song books comes from the god of marriage called Hymen? Did you know that? Did you even know the days of the week? Did you know that Sunday was associated with sun worship? Did you know that the word Monday was associated with moon worship? Did you know that Tuesday was associated with the Viking god Tuesday? Did you know that Wednesday was associated with the Viking god Woden's day? Did you know that Thursday was associated with the Greek god? If you read comic books, you know about the god Thor. Did you know that Thursday was associated with the worship of the god of thunder Thor? Did you know that Friday was associated with the Viking god Frigga's day? Did you even know that Saturday was associated with the worship of Saturn or Saturn? So just by saying a day, if you trip off of it too much, you'll be giving adoration and praise to a false god. But see, when I say Saturday, I ain't thinking about no Saturn. When I say Monday, I ain't thinking about the moon. Oh my God, because every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Now, let me ask you this. I understand we go overboard with the Easter bunny and all that kind of stuff. I understand sometimes the folk go a little overboard. I understand that, and we need to reel it in. If we are people of the faith, if we are people of the book, we need to keep it under control. I understand we need to do that, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. Who should you ask about how a thing should be used? The one who uses it, or the one that created it in the first place? Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Let me bring to you a point. You could use a meat cleaver to sharpen a pencil if you want to. You really could use a meat cleaver to sharpen a pencil. Look, but let me tell you something. It's better to use a meat cleaver to cut meat, and a pencil sharpener to sharpen a pencil. See, when you go to a thing, you gotta figure out who is the designer of a thing. To figure out what the thing is used for. Okay. Now, so in essence, when I go to God, I don't care what Thor says. I don't care what the Vikings say. I don't care what the Greeks say. I don't care what the pagans say. They didn't invent the day. God invented the day. So it was God in Genesis 1:25 that said, I have made the days. I have stepped out on nothing and said, let there be, and there was something. I created the birds and the beasts and the flowers and the fields and the creeping things and the monkeys and the trees and the birds and the bees and the lizards and everything that creeps upon the earth. God made every beast on the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, everything that creeps on the earth. And God saw that it was good. God programmed within all